Hashtag manifest anything you desire. How the law of attraction really works. I used to be completely unaware of the power of the mind. I had no idea that the mind could both manifest our desires and sabotage us. But now I understand this very clearly. Here are the key points I would share with anyone. The world is not as it appears. The observer effect shows that nothing comes into existence unless a mind is observing it. By shifting our perspective even slightly, we can see a completely different reality that is liberating. You might be really broke like I was when I was making The Secret. Money would come into my hands and slip through my fingers and things would break down. You might not have any money while trying to attract wealth, prosperity, and riches. The law of attraction speaks to the power of the mind and thought. The most crucial thing is to open yourself to the possibility that things may not be as they seem. Even if you can just entertain this possibility for a moment, you can carry that openness into the next day. Embracing the reality of everything. This mindset gives you the greatest chance to discover something incredible. I simplify the law of attraction to this. If you just think about what you want, that's all you will get in your life. The extraordinary thing is that the more effortless you are, the greater your ability to manifest everything you've ever dreamed of, creating our physical and material world. The greatest secret takes this to a new level, showing you that it's incredibly easy to manifest anything you want. If we believe something is hard, it will be hard. Everything depends on our mind and beliefs. If we believe a thought, it will manifest. That's the end of the story. The mind is like a computer program. It's stuck in a negative loop because we programmed it that way. We might have been influenced during childhood and other experiences. The mind loves repetition, absolutely loves it. If you really watch your thoughts, you'll see it's the same old thoughts over and over. The way to overwrite a program is to input the opposite. Initially, it might feel like you're lying. You might be broke. I was when I was making The Secret. And you're trying to instill wealth, prosperity, and riches. Every time you say these things, you might feel a contraction in your body because you know you don't have them. But truly, as I experienced myself, after a while you start to change. You don't feel that contraction anymore, and you begin to see money coming in different ways. These negative thoughts stem from beliefs held in the subconscious mind, mostly from our childhood conditioning. You need to know who you are so that you don't doubt yourself, because the one that doubts is the ego, the mind, not your true self. Be very aware of your thoughts. The doubts and negative thoughts all come from the ego. Your true self would never have a negative thought or judge. Your true self is all about allowing and accepting. Those familiar voices in your head are just programs, they are not you. I grew up hearing, "We can't afford it. We don't have enough." Money would come into my hands only to slip through my fingers and things would break down. The universe would do all these things to get money out of my hands because I believed I didn't have enough money. I tried many methods. I would walk down the street and affirm prosperity, saying things like, "Everyone is breathing in prosperity." I used affirmations like, "With every breath I take, I am breathing in prosperity. My substance is prosperity. I am abundant. I am worthy." I had these affirmations pinned up around my apartment to see and read every day. I practiced gratitude, listened to music, and did whatever I could until I felt really good. Then I'd affirm to myself that I was abundant, and no thoughts would object. That's when I'd open my mail, treating every bill like a check. After doing this on a Friday, I received an unexpected $25,000 in my account by Monday. The work is an inside job. If you have negative thoughts and feelings, it indicates feelings of unworthiness inside, which is why they manifest, but those thoughts aren't true. People are far more magnificent than they realize. They have all the power in the world. The mind is our greatest tool for creating the life we want, but we live in duality, so it can also be our tormentor. I didn't want to suffer anymore. That was my turning point. I sought the truth because I wanted a way out of suffering. My life is incredible, and when I talk about suffering, I mean suffering from the mind, not the world. What you resist persists. I realized that if we resist negative feelings, we just push them down inside. and they flare up at the smallest things. If you have suppressed anger, many things in the world will trigger that suppressed anger. I intuitively figured out that if I welcome negative feelings, embracing them as if bringing them close to me, they would intensify for a second or two and then dissolve. One by one, I welcomed each negative feeling as it arose, and it would dissolve. If it came back, it was weaker until I didn't feel it anymore. I believe it's impossible for me to get angry anymore. Two things work incredibly well: gratitude and love. Gratitude can eliminate negative feelings, and love can counter feelings of unworthiness. If you go through your day looking for things you love, about people, about the time of year, anything, you create a rampage of appreciation. Sending out love multiplies and returns to you, eliminating feelings of unworthiness. The most significant thing for everyone is to become aware of their thoughts. Everything in the universe is conspiring to bring us home, and challenges are the way to make us question and open up. If I can do it, anyone can. Keep at it until you no longer feel any lack. Everlasting happiness comes from knowing the truth about everything and about who you are. This brings lasting happiness, and the manifestation of the world becomes even more incredible. Without fear, you love deeply and have an undercurrent of happiness. Imagine what the law of attraction can do with that.